Hey, everybody. Can we just talk? Can we just be real right now? I'm Terry and I'm with Simo Exotic. I just want to share some stuff with you guys. You watch all these videos, and including mine, and you watch the videos from everybody else out there, and you think, oh, it's so cute. Monkeys are so cute. I really want a monkey. But let's be for real. I want to share a few things with you this morning. First, yes, I am a hot mess. I'm a hot mess 99% of the time. Even when you see me out in public, I'm a hot mess then too, because most of the time it's been shower, brush your hair, throw it in a ponytail, and let's go. I have no nice clothes because I spend all my money on the animals, which is fine. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just telling you, this is why I'm a hot mess all the time. But I want to share with you life here at Simo Exotic for just a moment. Just a quick glimpse of the last 2 days. So we're in Southeast Missouri. Right now it's super cold. I want to say it's in the low 20s, but I'm not even positive on that. Hey Alexa, what's our temperature outside?
It's cold. Right now,
it's really
33
cold.
degrees Fahrenheit.
33? It's warmer than I thought.
Expect a high of 46 degrees.
Ooh, we got a heat wave. It's going to be 46 degrees. But here's the thing. Jeff's been gone for work. He left out yesterday, and he'll be back sometime today. That leaves everybody's care on me. Everybody. He left out early, so I had to get everybody up, get everybody fed, no help. And it's so much. It's so much. You think that monkeys are cute, and you think that, oh, it'd be so sweet. I just want to hug them and hold them, and all they want to do is snuggle. No, not the case. Especially when they're young. You'll learn that Sophie is my wild child. That girl tears everything. She is so destructive. I can't even sugarcoat it any better than that. She tears everything up. Get her toys, she's going to tear it up. It has to be indestructible. She is so smart that she figures things out. Like Jeff showed her the other day how to pull the trigger on a screw gun. So now the screw gun was laying over there and I was getting ready to diaper her. She picks the screw gun up and she realizes that she can't squeeze it with her hand like we would. But she takes and turns her mouth so that she can use her mouth to pull the trigger and makes the screw gun go off. Luckily, her hand wasn't in the way, or she wasn't over there so it could get her hair. It had the shaft on there, so there was really, the tip was not in it, so it was okay. She wouldn't have really got caught on anything anyhow. But this is how smart she is. She watched me hang her hammock in her sleep cage the other day, and it has like little clips that clips here, and she's so funny because she puts the eyeball right. She gets like this so that she can watch what you're doing so she can learn. So I clip it and I'm thinking, this girl's going to have this off by in the morning. She didn't take it off, but she did take and wear it like burritos. She did take one side and get it clipped on the other side so that it was closer together instead of wider like it normally is. It's hilarious, this girl. They've started tearing the pieces of my wall. We have wood slats. We have tongue and groove slats on our walls all through the house because when we built this house, we didn't have monkeys. I had no even an idea that we could have monkeys. But yeah, they're literally peeling the top piece of wood off of my slats now. Especially right now because they're bored. It's so cold that, they can't go outside. They can't go out into the enclosures because, we're in highs a high right now at 46 is really warm for us. It's been staying really cold. They have an outside enclosure on our porch that they get on. It's got a greenhouse tin up, and then that way the sun comes in. Plus we have heaters out there. Like I've got the heat out there warming up for them. They haven't got up yet. But here's the thing I wanted to share with you guys, because as you can see, I haven't had time to do anything yet. It's 8 o'clock, which is still early. I get it. But I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning so that I can get my stuff done and get Jeff ready for work. We can do our Bible study, and he can get out at a decent time. Being by yourself, so stressful. I mean, as it is, I do 98% of the stuff around here for all the animals. That's all our animals that we have here. The snakes, the bearded dragons, the Pac-Man frog, the gecko. I've got farm animals, chickens and ducks and goats, and I've got pets. I've got a rabbit and a couple other things that aren't really part of the sanctuary, but they are part of my everyday life. And, like already this morning, everybody's fed but the capuchins, because I'm warming up where they go eat at outside. And so it's a struggle some days. It really is. Sanctuary life, rescue life is not for everybody. You might think that you can handle a rehome monkey. Let's just talk about that. All right, so we have Sissy, who I'm sure you've seen videos of. Sissy is just turned 30 years old in August. She turned 30 in August. No, she turned 30 in September. We've had her a year as of August. I'll get it straight here in a minute. So with Sissy came to us from a very extremely bad situation. I'm prior EMS, and let me just say that I've seen a lot, but more than that, I have smelt a lot. Y'all, I'm going to tell you now, the circumstances that Sissy lived in, it turned my stomach. I mean, we literally were walking into a building that had housed, like, I want to say it was close to 20 monkeys at one time. The lady, the owner, told me that the monkeys had not even been outside in over a year. It was so bad that the urine and the feces had been sitting on the ground for so long that the pipes for the cages, and I mean, it would meet USDA standards, but it wasn't enough for this many monkeys, right? The bottoms of the cages had started to actually deteriorate and rot. In saying that, we picked up a total of 3 monkeys, okay? We met a friend of ours that was on their way from Alabama, and we went ahead and picked up the 2 that they were taking in. Well, she was taking in 1 and somebody else was taking in 1, but she was carrying it back. But we met them so they wouldn't have to drive quite as far to where this place was. And when I met up with my friend, when we got there, she's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Oh, it's so bad that you can still taste the smell." Sissy, we bathed for probably a month before we could get the nastiness off of it. One of the other monkeys that we picked up, the home that it ended up going to, had actually taken that monkey and shouldn't have taken the monkey because they weren't able to keep it. So it got rehomed yet again. So in a period of like 2 weeks, I think it went from its original home to traveling with us, to traveling with my friend, to another home. From there, it stayed for a very short period of time, to a transporter coming and picking it up. taking it from there to a new home. Within, and don't quote me on this, within, I want to say like 2 months, that baby died. That baby died because, and it was an older monkey. We got senior monkeys. He was, I don't think he was quite a senior yet. I don't think he wasn't as old as Sissy. He was, I don't know, maybe he was, I don't know, somewhere between the ages of like 13 and 25. I can't remember. But that baby, the vet said when they did the necropsy on it, that the reason why that baby had died is because of the stuff that it had basically absorbed from being on the ground, running back and forth in these cages, and the unclean environment. So yes, there is a need for rescues. Is it for everybody? No, absolutely not. When Sissy was in her first home was a very good, loving home from what we understand. I have friends that know the first home that she come from. The man was elderly and ended up really sick, and at that point he had had her for 13 years and couldn't have her anymore. I think he eventually succumbed to his illness. But this person that took Sissy made a promise to the first owners, hey, I will not have her teeth pulled. Now, Sissy's 13 years old, and guess what he did? The first thing she did shortly thereafter getting her was have all of her teeth pulled. So you'll notice in videos that she does not have teeth. Her tongue hangs out, and that's because, you don't have, if you don't have teeth, you don't have anything to support your tongue in your mouth, okay? So that's part of her pros. But also on top of that, through vet care, because that's one of the first things we do when we get our new intakes, is we have an amazing primate vet, and we will take our primates to see Dr. Cato and have him do a good checkout. So through over a period of time in watching Sissy and learning Sissy, we discovered in working with Dr. Cato that Sissy pretty much has the equivalent of Down syndrome. Okay, so she is a very unique monkey. She has her own temperaments. She has no teeth, but let me promise you, she can hurt you if she bites. She got upset yesterday. And when she gets upset, oh, it's so dramatic. I mean, it's like she throws little tantrum fits. She goes into these little whiny crying spells. And then when you try to pick her up, she doesn't with Jeff because she has a better bond with him. Most female monkeys bond better with male monkeys. So she doesn't generally do it with him, but she will with me. She will literally start trying to bite me and scratch me because that's what they do. That's their defense mechanism. It doesn't matter if I'm trying to be all loving and kind. And especially with her, it just depends on her mood. So yesterday I had to deal with that. Yesterday I had to deal with having problems with one of the heaters. Something got several of my guineas yesterday, so we had to deal with that. I'm still having to do laundry. I do 2 or 3 loads of laundry every single day. It's like having a toddler. Because they're having to be in the house part right now because it's so cold. They're having to wear diapers all the time. So that means I'm changing diapers every 2.5 to 3 hours to keep from getting diaper rash. Sophie has a very allergic reaction to certain diapers, so I have to buy different diapers for her. I have to find time to go play with each set of monkeys on top of, we have our own business, so therefore I have responsibilities with that as well. That's what pays the bills, and I can't feed if I can't pay the bills. And that's why Jeff sometimes has to be out of town, is because we have to pay them bills. But the reality of it is, yes, monkeys are cute and they're very loving, but man, when I got everybody to bed last night, I have to spend an extra hour and a half cleaning. I've got to clean up their outside spots. I've got to mop and clean and make sure that's staying good and clean so we don't have bugs. I've got to make sure it's clean for today when they go outside, so it's already clean and I'm not having to worry about them getting into stuff that was left from food yesterday, any kind of bacteria stuff. It's a huge, huge responsibility. I have to clean the ones that don't wear diapers during the day. I have to go in after they go to bed at night, and I have to clean their area. I have to sweep and mop, and this is every single night. I have to do all the dishes from the day because I gather up whatever they've had, their troughs, their bowls, their plates, where I fed them throughout the day doing different stuff, where they've got their breakfast. All that has to be cleaned. So it's kind of like a never-ending cleaning cycle. Imagine raising your kids, but instead of one or two, I've got 10 monkeys. We've got ball pythons. We have bearded dragons. And then we have Lunabelle the ferret that all live within this house. So that means there's a constant cleaning. So being a rescue, being a sanctuary, being a monkey mom, being just me, it's stressful. It is so stressful. I know y'all didn't want to stay this whole amount of time and listen to me. And if you made it this far, thanks. I just needed to vent for a minute. But that's the reality of it. I'm going to try over the next few days to start getting more videos of what it looks like. What does it look like when I get everybody moved out in the morning and I have to pull their cages, and because everybody sleeps in sleep cages, I have to have sleep cages in order to make sure everybody stays safe. Nobody is caged the rest of the time. They have their times in their cages for a reason. But this morning, I'll have to go in there and I'll have to pull their bedding. I'll have to pull underneath their cages, their trays. I'll have to clean up all the urine and the feces and get it all set up and make sure it's clean in there. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything last night. I'll go back through the room. Oh, and I didn't even mention that you still have to go every once in a while, every couple of days, and you have to wipe down toys. Sophie loves to put food in the toy boxes, but Sophie also loves to dump the toy boxes, so I don't have to worry so much about the food being staying in the toy boxes as much as I just have to wipe the toys down to make sure that they're staying clean, because who knows, they'll put food all over them. I come home from church the other night and they had taken Annie's diaper off, and Annie's diaper was shredded everywhere, and there was pee and poop everywhere, so I had to clean all that mess up. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. But I want to start doing something different than everybody else. I want you to see some of the things the monkey mamas don't show you. We try to show you the funny stuff. We try to show you the cute stuff, because that's the stuff that's going to bring you back and make you want to follow us on TikTok. It's what makes you want to follow us on Facebook. But here on our YouTube channel, we're going to start being really real. I want to be real with you guys. If you have questions, reach out to me. Let me know. If you're interested in getting your own monkey and you want more information, reach out. Let me know. I do not broker. I do not sell. So no, I'm not going to help you buy a monkey. I don't even know that I really even at this point anymore support private ownership in the same way, because taking in the ones that we've taken in, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to see some of the things that these guys have been through. I'm going to start doing little stories on each one. Now, not all of our monkeys are rescues. I'm not going to lie about it. We actually ended up buying monkeys to begin with. Our very first one was a marmoset, and I would never recommend a marmoset as a pet. I'm tearing up now thinking it. I'm sorry. But the gist of this is a hard life. It's a really hard life. We do it because they deserve it. Sorry. When you look into the eye of Annie and you see that sweet face, and you look at her one eye, because that's all she has, she has a cataract in the other. And I know what she looked like when we got her, and what she looks like now, and the difference that 5 months has made in her. And the fact that she's somewhere between the ages of 35 and 40, per what our vet thinks, because we don't know her history. And knowing that in captivity, most only live to about 40. Some live a little longer, but if they make it to 40, that's saying a lot. And we don't know her history, so we don't know what she's been through. We don't know the traumas. We know she's had trauma because she's missing fingers. She's missing toes. She's missing part of her tail. Since she's been here, we've had to have one of her fingers amputated because it was so broke. And it literally hung over like this. And we were so afraid that it was going to get caught that our vet decided that that was the safe thing to do for her. But yeah, this is a hard life. And it takes the mercy of God to do it. This is not a life for anybody and everybody. There's a lot of tears involved in it, a lot of praying, a lot of mercy, a lot of times that you question yourself. Was I stupid? Am I insane? Why? But this is real. This is real. I know that there's a lot of sanctuaries and nonprofits out there that are steadily going, hey, we want your money, and they're not even using it to support the animals. They're supporting their own selves. You will not find us begging for money. I will do without. I will sell things. We don't do that. We do fundraisers. We are a nonprofit. But before you start donating to nonprofits and sanctuaries, please do your research. And again, this is not me asking you to help us. If our, as crazy as this sounds to a lot of people, our outlook on the provisions for our animals is God takes care of them. You know, God's going to whisper to the right ones, that's them. That's the ones I want you to help. That's the ones I want you to send money. That's the ones I want you to send stuff to. That's them. And that's what we depend on. We depend on God. I know it's not what a lot of people agree in, but we are a faith-based sanctuary. We teach the kids that come out here and the places that we go. We teach them about our animals. We teach them biblical things as well, because their souls are the most important thing there is. I've gotten off on a whole nother thing now, and I'm sorry. I will tell you that our Bible verse for our sanctuary is Proverbs 12:10, because the righteous take care of the animals God gives them, but even the good intentions of the wicked are left for bad, because a lot of good intentions for animals sometimes are for their own. It's look at me, look at what I'm trying to do, but then behind the scenes, it's not at all what it looks like. But anyhow, it is getting the end of the year, so there's a lot of nonprofits right now that could use your help if you are so inclined to do. You know, if you believe in God, you need to pray about it, and He'll tell you where to put that money. But don't just give people money just because you think they're cute. There's so many people on TikTok right now that are taking advantage of others because of their monkeys. I mean, that's the truth. All right, I'm going to quit rambling. I don't believe it's been almost 30 minutes, and I know most of you have never even made it this far. So, if any, I love you guys. I hope you'll come back and watch the realty. Come back and see the mess. Come back and see the hot mess. We'll show you plenty of funnies. We're going to show you all of it. And we're here. I hope you have a blessed day. We love you guys.